Images from Section 5, Stuttering and Society. 1. Self-Portrait of Lewis Carroll. The well-known author of Alice in Wonderland, Lewis Carroll hoped to become a priest, but was not allowed to because of his stuttering. In response, he wrote a poem which mentioned stuttering. Learn well your grammar, and never stammer. Write well and neatly, and sing soft sweetly. Drink tea, not coffee. Never eat toffee. Eat bread with butter. Once more, don't stutter. Excerpt from Rules and Regulations, link. Carroll's well-known stuttering trait is subliminally referenced in Alice, which features a dodo bird in one scene. As Martin Gardner pointed out in the annotated Alice, the bird is drawn to vaguely resemble Carroll, and Carroll often tended to say his own real last name as Dodgson. See Dodo, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Image 2. Porky Pig. One of the most famous stuttering fictional characters is the animated cartoon character Porky Pig from the Looney Tunes theatrical cartoon series. The creators of Porky wanted a character with a timid voice. Originally, an actual stutterer voiced the pig, but could not control his stutter. Mel Blanc, who had no speech impediments, took over the role and effected the stutter. In 1991, the National Stuttering Project picketed Warner Brothers, demanding that they stop belittling stutterers and instead use Porky Pig as an advocate for child stutterers. The studio eventually agreed to grant $12,000 to the Stuttering Foundation of America and release a series of public service announcements posters speaking out against bullying. Section 5.1 Stuttering in Music. Katie was published in 1918 by Jeffrey O'Hara and became a huge hit in wartime America, referenced to as the, begin quote, sensational, stammering song success sung by the soldiers and sailors, end quote. Anyone who had either a stutter or a lisp was covered. The song uses stuttered lyrics in every line of the chorus and refers to the stuttering of a stereotypically bashful suitor. A stylized form of stuttering has frequently appeared in popular music over the past few decades. In some songs from the 1960s and 1970s, the vocalist would rapidly repeat the first syllable of a word. An early example is The Who's 1965 song, My Generation, in which Roger Daltrey sings the line, "Just talkin' about my generation." In that particular case, the song's stuttering style provides a framework leading up to the sly lyric, "Why don't you just fade away?" Another example was the affected stuttering by the Bachman-Turner Overdrive in their 1974 hit song, "You Ain't Seen Nothin' Yet." By the early 1980s, producers were creating the same effect synthetically using tape editing and digital sampling of lyrics. Paul Hardcastle's 1985 song, 19, features it throughout in both the spoken word and vocal segments. Remixes of songs very frequently employed the effect. Starting in the 1990s, stuttering effects fell out of popular use in music. In 1995, stutterer Scatman John turned his problem into his asset and wrote the hit song Scatman. Stuttering assisted him to scat, sing, and create incredible sounds. The lyrics are inspirational and directed at stutterers. Everybody stutters one day or the other, so check out my message to you. As a matter of fact, don't let nothing hold you back. If the Scatman can do it, so can you. Section 6. See also. Lists of stutterers. Cluttering. Lisp. Dyslexia. Speech processing. Voice disorders. Section 7. Resources. Section 7.1. Notes. Note 2. The Stuttering Home Page, link. The University of Minnesota Duluth Stuttering Home Page. URL accessed on March 28, 2005. Note 3. Stuttering Home Page, link. Minnesota State University Stuttering Home Page. URL accessed on March 23, 2005. Note 5. This is largely speculative, based on the passage, begin quote, "Lord, open my breast, and do thou ease for me my task. Unloose the knot upon my tongue, that they may understand my words," end quote. Some interpret the analogy of a knot upon his tongue to refer to a stutter. Note 6. Folk myths about stuttering, link. Folk myths about stuttering. URL accessed on April 3, 2005. Note 7. Public Perceptions 2002, link. Public Perceptions of Stuttering. URL accessed on April 3, 2005. Note 8. Stuttering FAQ, link. Stuttering Foundation of America. URL accessed on April 4, 2005. Note 9. Susan Schaller, December 1988. Stuttering, the Parental Influence, link. Psychology Today. Note 10. Churchill, A Study in Oratory, link. The Churchill Center. URL accessed on April 5, 2005. Note 11. Carvel, John, June 4, 1999. Stammerers Targeted by School Bullies, link. Guardian Unlimited. Section 7.2. References. Starkweather, C. Woodruff, 1997. Stuttering. Pro Ed. ISBN 0890796998. Contour, Edward G. 1990. Stuttering. Prentice Hall. ISBN 0138536317. Compton, D.G. 1993. Stammering. Its Nature, History, Causes, and Cures. Hodder and Stoughton. ISBN 0340562749. Fraser, Jane. 2005. If Your Child Stutters, A Guide for Parents. Stuttering Foundation of America. ISBN 0933388446. Section 7.3. External links. Stuttering Associations. Stuttering Foundation in Spanish, link. Brazilian Stuttering Association, link. British Stammering Association, link. Canadian Association for People Who Stutter, link. Stuttering Foundation of America, link. European League of Stuttering Associations, link. International Stuttering Association, link. Passing Twice, link. LGBT Stuttering Network. National Stuttering Association, link. Slovene Association of People with Speech Disorder, link. Other pages. The Stuttering Brain blog, link. A blog by Time Weidig dedicated to scientific research on persistent developmental stuttering. University of Minnesota Duluth Stuttering homepage, link. The Stuttering homepage, link. American Institute for Stuttering, link. Danish Stuttering Information Center, link. Information for listeners, what to do and what to know when speaking with a person who stutters, link. Reactions to electronic fluency devices, link. University of Minnesota Duluth Stuttering homepage, link. Public Perceptions 2002. A Study on Public Knowledge of Stuttering. How My Stuttering Ended, link. Personal Narrative by Miriam Maudlin, Aesthetic Realism Consultant. Online Transcription Training Course for Stuttering and Fluent Speech, link. Transcriptions of stuttering with audio samples. 5. Link. Information about diagnosing a stutter in children from the Stuttering Foundation. Valsalva.org, link. Information of the Valsalva mechanism and the training of it. Stuttering Research and Comment from researchers at ECU, link. Stutteringthoughts.com, an online community for people who stutter, link. Categories: Childhood Psychiatric Disorders, Communication Disorders, Human Voice. This sound file and all texts in the article are licensed under the GNU Free Documentation License, available at www.gnu.org/copyleft/fdl.html.